I'm not a witness or a named witness in connection with any of Epstein's crimes. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony.
Joining me now is the ranking member of the House Oversight Committee, our friend California Congressman Robert Garcia. It's very good to have you. So let's dig into a few things here. The unexpected timing of this press conference, putting Epstein, in fact, back in the headlines. What do you make of it? And do you have information verifying her claims that she had no ties to Epstein or his co-conspirator Maxwell?
Well, I think first, obviously, the kind of announcement that she made from the White House was really bizarre, and it caught everyone, I think, off guard, including a lot of the survivors and those that have been working on this investigation. A couple of things I think were important from that. I think one, I mean, it is clear that all of Donald Trump's efforts to call this investigation a hoax, Todd Blanche, the new acting AG, just a few days ago saying that there was nothing else for the DOJ to do moving forward. I mean, I think the First Lady just clearly created distance between the position of her husband and his administration and herself. And I think, look, if Melania Trump actually wants to help in this investigation, she can look at her husband and tell him to release all the rest of the Epstein files. She could ensure that Pam Bondi actually testifies. And so, look, I'm glad she created, I think, an opportunity for folks to talk about this more because her husband is trying to sweep this away. But at the end of the day, the files need to be released, and that's where the First Lady can help. And then the second thing, which I think is also really important, is I think, the First Lady was saying she somehow didn't know Ghislaine Maxwell or Jeffrey Epstein. I don't think the facts actually bear that out. They clearly had some type of relationship. Correspondence between Melania Trump and Ghislaine Maxwell is available for the public to see. So there's certainly a lot more questions now. We're all kind of wondering, why did she do this? And is she actually trying to preempt information coming out? So we're looking at this right now.
So let's dig in further, because she said, quote, Epstein was not alone. Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. Now, as you've heard, some have said her comments that Epstein was not alone suggest that she may have some knowledge about other co-conspirators. Is that your takeaway? Or was it just sort of a general assessment? And would it be beneficial to bring her in to testify?
We're absolutely interested in speaking to the First Lady. I mean, she essentially in her comments said that there were other co-conspirators, which is the way I heard her comments and read her comments. Look, Republicans have also set a precedent in bringing in First Ladies and presidents. We've said it before. I'll say it again. We absolutely would like to talk to the First Lady. If she has information, if anyone has information about Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell and their horrific crimes against women and children, we want to hear from them. What we also want is real advocacy. I think you heard the survivors come out on that same day and again say, look, if the First Lady wants to help here, let's actually put the focus where it needs to be, which is Pam Bondi needs to testify. The files need to be released. There needs to be actual prosecutions. That's where we need the administration and Republicans to actually grow and get some courage here. We need to get justice. We need to advance this investigation. No more distractions, no more lies, no more cover up. We want the truth.
Can you just quickly let me know, Pam Bondi is supposed to schedule Tuesday. It's been said that she will not. If she does not appear, what then? Will you consider holding her in contempt?
100%. I've said it before that I'll be the first one, along with many others, that'll work to put that contempt resolution in front of the Congress. She has a responsibility to appear. It's been sent to her. She understands the subpoena. It's a legal document. She must appear before the committee.
Okay. Switching gears here, it is a heavy topic because you're calling on California Congressman Eric Swalwell to leave the governor race amid sexual misconduct allegations having emerged from 4 women, including a former staffer who is accusing him of rape. MS Now spoke with the former staffer who confirms she told the San Francisco Chronicle and CNN Swalwell sexually assaulted her in 2019 and again in 2024, both times when she was too drunk to consent. Swalwell denies the allegations. MS now has reviewed text messages and medical records regarding the ex-staffer and has obtained a cease and desist letter that she received from Swalwell's counsel early Friday morning. Why should Swalwell drop out of the race? Does the timing of these allegations concern you, given that he is considered a front-runner in the race? And if he leaves the governor's race, is that it? Should he also leave Congress?
Yeah, look, first, I just want to just start off by just sharing how much courage it takes for these survivors. And of course, now there's been multiple women to come out and to share these horrific stories. And I think it has been really hard, but important to understand what they went through. It is horrific that anyone, especially someone, is being abused this way by someone that is in a position of power. And so there is no question that Congressman Swalwell should leave the governor's race. And the timing doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we have to believe survivors, as we've learned, even not just with the Epstein investigation, but in so many other cases. It takes incredible bravery for women to come out and to share these stories. Mm-hmm. And in this case, especially, it's multiple women, and the allegations are backed up, quite frankly, by a lot of evidence. And they're incredible. The detail that has been, I think, presented is really serious. And so I think Congressman Swalwell should do the right thing and should leave the governor's race immediately. I believe that there will be discussions this week about additional measures, ethics investigations. But I think the congressman needs to do the right thing and leave the race right now, today.
Okay. California Congressman Robert Garcia, good to see you. Thank you so much.